Alright, come on. Come on. I'm ready. I'm ready. What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Resident Evil 7. And I just cleared out my inventory, and you're gonna give me enhanced ammo this far in? Anyway, we're gonna go through the rest of the salt mines and see what we can find. We managed to make the E-necrotoxin, so if Evelyn just happens to be roaming around the salt mines, just stab her with that syringe and hopefully we win. Just hope and pray that Louisiana can finally be released from her grasp. Oh, you know me so well, game. Thank you for more explosives. You hear that too, huh? I think the best part is, she's not humming the opening tune to this game. She's humming the actual tune it was based off. Oh.
Die.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a great plan. Shit. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Consider this your last barrage of enemies, really? Evelyn is sending everything after you. There is so much mold in this cave, and plenty of molded to be spawned from it. But you know what? By this point, you should have everything at your disposal. Like, even if you don't have enough for your 4 directions on your controller, weapon-wise, you can still keep them in your inventory. In fact, that's where my remote bombs are. Eventually, I'll run out of, like, grenades or something, and then I'll, you know, go over to remote bombs. Plenty of explosions to go around. But then again, this shotgun is so goddamn overpowered, we're just blowing heads off left and right. I mean, I know I missed, but... Yeah, see, there we go, there's a headshot. This part's actually really neat from a speedrunner perspective, because there are so many, like, side caverns that you could run through to avoid the molded. But if you actually route perfectly and know how the AI works for the molded, this part is a breeze for a speedrunner. Now, me, I don't know, I used to play this game real fast. Didn't really have a great time. So, let's just say I'm not a speedrunner, but this part, I can totally tell they had speedrunning in mind. Just be sure not to go down the wrong cave, otherwise you'll hit a, you know, dead end. Like here. You know what? I like that dead end. It gave me more bombs. I love the fact that Ethan, in order to open things at this point, I know I'm making him do it, but it is funny to me that he gives so little of a fuck that he just blows open boxes. Now, I will say, if you are doing the speedrunning route, these guys can creep up on you. They are very quick. And they don't despawn, at least to my knowledge. So those ones all the way at the bottom could still be chasing you if you hadn't killed them. I've always remembered this part to be somewhat difficult, but now that I'm seeing it, and now that I'm blowing heads off with simple shots, not that bad. Until you get here. Yep. Hi, guys. two fat men. One of them extremely tall, the other one a little pudgy. You know what to do. The same strategy actually works with any fat man, even when you have two of them. You could just blow them up. Now, the big one, he actually just kind of stumbles a bit. He doesn't actually fall over too often. So, while the strategy does still work, you're going to have to work a bit more for it. Ow, ow, stop. Is he dead? No, he's not. He actually held on. So, that's interesting. Since these guys are supposed to be the last line of defense, I guess, even if you break off their legs, they'll still try to, like, vomit at you. That's what this guy's doing. Is that it? Yes, it is. Well, I had to use all my explosives. But you know what? Worth it. We're not gonna need explosives for the rest of the game, I'll be honest. And you know what? That feels good. For all the weaponry that I've been collecting for the longest time, it feels good to actually be able to use it, and everything has its use. For survival horror games, if you give the player too much ammo, they feel overpowered. If they know how to conserve, they'll feel a lot better. And some survival horror games barely give you anything at all and say, okay, escape from monster, do it now. Resident Evil has always been able to get that sweet spot, where don't be careless, and you'll have plenty by the end of the game where you really, really need it. I think Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite examples. For a beginner, they give you tons of ammo, and because of the scaling difficulty, it might give you more, it might give you less. Resident Evil 7 feels like that to me, except all the item boxes will always have something in there for Ethan on normal and easy mode. Oh, thanks for the map right at the end. Yeah, they literally gave you a map to the mines at the end of the mines. This is your last save point. If you need one, go ahead and use it. Alright. This is going to look very familiar. It's a miracle. Grandma walks again. Oh, hey. The last one.
I'm sure of it. It's not here. It's gone. It's gone!
I think you know where we are now. We're back at the first house where we found Mia. But now, everything has come together and we know a lot more. We know who that is. So let's explore the guest house of the Baker estate one more time. And this part is very chilling. I like how it's all put together. So I'm just gonna let you enjoy.
This is your fault.
Why am I seeing this?
And Ethan, you should know why you're seeing Evelyn. You read about it.
Ethan, it's okay. It's okay, it's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
Kill him, Mommy. then he can die. Now it's Mommy's turn to kill you.
All the wheels are turning in Ethan's head. And different parts of the house show different memories. I'm gonna try my best to find them all because this part is great.
Help! Ethan, help me. Leave me to die.
Don't be afraid of the apparitions. We know what's causing them. They are not harmful to you. Oh, there she is.
You're gonna be one of us. And then maybe you'll play nicely.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
I want your help. Go back home.
The soundtrack takes a little bit of a turn. This is supposed to be where everything comes together. Where all your memories from the beginning of the game come rushing back. It was all Evelyn's fault, and we get to see her side of things. All she wanted was a family.
I don't want to hurt you. Leave me to die.
Even with Mia constantly saying that we should leave her behind. This is all from Evelyn, wanting us to leave her mommy alone. But now we have a problem. The entire guest house is shaking. She's trying to make us fear our own wife. It's not gonna work anymore. There she is. Sorry, I thought I could take a shortcut. Anyway, there she is.
Get away!
In order to get closer to Evelyn, you need to guard.
Get away!
She's defenseless. She has nothing else. Just something to keep us away from her. But as soon as you get close enough, it's over.
No! No, no, no!
You.
Why does everyone hate me?
Here's your final boss! Turns out Evelyn was Grandma the whole time. Well, now we gotta shoot her gigantic molded face. If you have the Magnum, this fight is a joke. But do not let Evelyn get close to you, otherwise it's instant death. She got a big old mouth and it hurts when she bites you. Keep aiming for that face. She's not going down without a fight. I ran out of Magnum rounds. Crap. Oh, I'm actually surprised she didn't do the other thing. Did she just bitch smack me with her molded tentacle? Alright, you're going down, Grandma. Oh, here we go. No, 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 no. Oh, this is so high up. This is so high up, but this is really cool. The change perspective is really interesting. She slapped you around a little bit, but you still have to take her down upside down. Oh, wow, I'm surprised I didn't do it. It was a neuro round. There we go! Oh! Oh, I felt that. Oh, that hurt. Hey, what's that?
Use it!
Well, who am I to say no to a brand new gun?
Playtime's over.
9 shots. Make them count. Aim for the face. Aim for the okay, here we go. Her tentacles will get in the way. If you accidentally shoot something other than the tentacles, it won't work. And that's that. Oh, this gun's really useful against the molded. Goodbye, Grandma.
I'm Redfield. I'm glad we found you.
The fuck took you guys so long?
Ethan?
Mia. You made it. I'm glad.
Did I?
They say that when one door closes, another opens. Well, a door closed tonight. And what a long night it was. But not just for me. Me and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers. It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way. But now Evelyn's dead. And these guys are here to clean up the mess. I had just come to terms with losing Mia. But now she's back and wants to start over. Put all this behind us. Maybe this is where the next door opens.
Go tell Aunt Rhodey. Go tell Aunt Rhodey that everybody's dead. I was raised in a deep, dark hole. A prisoner with no parole. They locked me up and took my soul. Go tell Aunt Rhodey. Go tell Aunt Rhodey. Go tell Aunt Rhodey that everybody's call to him and he will come. She'll run to him like he's the one. His arms outstretched, but when she's done, he'll be torn apart. Go tell Aunt Rhodey. 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 Go tell Aunt Rhodey that everybody's
And that's the end of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Capcom, I'm so glad you went back to horror. I didn't think you could outdo 4, and you almost did with 7. You changed the perspective, you brought back the horror, you brought back your fucking personality. I can't tell you how much of a slog 6 was to get through, but I'd gladly play through that again if it means I get another 7. 7 has replayability, quotable characters, an interesting premise. The fact that Capcom did their homework and basically watched every horror movie that's popular and inserted it into their own horror game is genius. The Bakers. They're a fun little family. Even when infected, they still like to have fun. And, of course, they just happened to bring back the rest of the Resident Evil canon right at the end. And I was like, oh, here on the ship it says a little something about, oh yeah, Raccoon City blew up. What? And then, of course, Chris Redfield, my boy, you slimmed down, you got rid of your muscles, you got a new face. That's not Chris Redfield, but it's a better Chris Redfield than 6. I'd like to think that they retconned 6 just so they could make 7 and, sad Chris doesn't exist anymore, or the one who lost all his men, because that was such a pathetic story. But now we have a reformed Umbrella. That's an interesting plot twist. And Chris is part of it. That's an even bigger plot twist. But hey, if it's all for the betterment of mankind, so be it. I'm so happy I was able to play this. I wanted to get through the rest of the main series games just so I could get to this one. And it feels really nice to be done with it, because I adore this game. I love it so much. As soon as I started playing it, I was just, you gotta play it in the dark. It's a horror game. Come on, play it. But I immediately fell in love. Like, as soon as you get to that dinner scene at the very beginning, I was hooked. I was like, oh my god, I gotta see what happens next. And of course I beat it within a couple days, because the game is ungodly short, but it doesn't overstay its welcome. And that's something Resident Evil hasn't been able to do in a very long time. It doesn't go on too long. It's just short enough. Thank you. Thank you, Capcom. I will gladly go through another Resident Evil 6 if it means I get another one of these. And who knows? Maybe Resident Evil 8, if you ever go insane and want to make an 8th one, maybe it'll be like this and good. It's either that or you could go back in time and remake older Resident Evil games. Wouldn't that be interesting? Oh wait, it's 2019 and you did. You did. And by the way, it's great. Now you might be wondering what is next. The story isn't done. There are 2 open plot holes that have not been solved. And at the time of this game's release, those weren't solved until almost a year later. The Not a Hero DLC, which was planned to be a free update, and still is a free update, by the way, that didn't come out until way later. Until Capcom realized, oh yeah, we can make money off DLC. Let's come up with DLC packs. And I was like, yeah, okay, fine. But Not a Hero and End of Zoe are the conclusions to the missing Baker kids. We still don't know what happened to them. That's their closure. So next time on Resident Evil 7, we're going to be taking a look at what happens directly after this game with Not a Hero. And it'll take a few parts, so it'll be interesting. Nice little detail right here at the end of the credits. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. If you actually stop and read these, some of them do repeat. But this is an article about Evelyn and what she can do for humanity. It also doubles as a warning. Do not take Evelyn. She may cause death and hallucinations and other shit. Somebody's getting a phone call, but we won't figure that out until next time. Look at that! Every Mr. Everywhere, every antique coin, all the files. So much completion, and in a little over 6 hours. I'm fine with that. Wow, that's a lot of item boxes opened. After you beat the game, you get the Madhouse difficulty, and you also get the Albert 01R. And for doing some extra special stuff, you get the Secret and Essence of Defense, and you also get the walking shoes. We'll take a look at those a bit later. Hi, Not a Hero. You're free. You're also next. Kept you waiting, huh? Thanks, Chris. Before we go... You remember how I said don't get too close to Evelyn's face? Well... Ethan had to die one last time, because as we all know, Ethan must die. See you guys next time.